I'm about to show you how to install a brand new Bosch 100 series dishwasher. We just got a new dishwasher, baby. I think this is the Bosch 100 series. Here's what we're working with, right? This dishwasher has a power hookup here. They do supply you with the power cable, but what I have is just a cable that was hooked up to the last dishwasher. It looks like we're gonna have to add an outlet, but it is not code to have an outlet behind the dishwasher, so I need to take this and add an outlet to an adjacent space that is not behind or concealed behind the dishwasher. So I might need to add an outlet like behind all this Tupperware in this cabinet. Great. So I'm just gonna get the one gang where I can either screw into the front or do the flaps and hook it from the back side. We now also have our GFCI and our cover. All right, let's do some more investigating now that I've already gone to Lowe's. That way I'm gonna find out that everything I got from Lowe's was wrong. So I do see a stud right here. Okay, so about 2.5 inches that way we have a stud. So in the back here, about 1 7/8 away from the side of the cabinet on the inside is gonna be where the edge of the stud is. And a 2x stud, 2x's are 1.5 inches thick. So we have 1 7/8. So 1 7/8 is gonna be approximately right there. And then 1.5 inches will be about right there. So that is where our stud is at, right there. Right there and right there, that's where our stud is. Looks like our wire might just be behind the cabinet and they just did this hole so they can get it around back here. It doesn't look like it's actually going through the stud. So maybe I can just fish it from right there if I cut my hole about right there. I was gonna want to try to make this perfectly center, but it's literally gonna be behind Tupperware and we're never gonna see it. This is when it pays to be a smaller human. My arms literally can't fit in here at the same time. Tight squeeze. Oh, that's so not straight. I literally don't have room to get in here though. Looky there, I see our wire as well. Here we go. There, we got that part out. Go ahead and take this box. So here, now we have a hole. Turns out I wasn't even recording. That sucks. Just put the box in though. It has those little wings. So when you tighten these two down, they will start pulling in and pull against the back side of the wall or whatever you may be mounting this to. So with the GFCI, we only want the outlet itself to be GFCI protected. We're not running anything out of it. So we're going to be wiring everything up to the line side. Now, this appears to be 14 gauge wire. So once again, we're hooking up to the line side right now. I'm not doing the loop either because these have clamps. So you don't really need to do the loop, is what I would think. I'm no professional electrician. But you are absolutely free to tell me what I'm doing wrong, or if I need to go back and fix this. I know there's a bunch of electricians that I know that watch these videos, so you are absolutely welcome to tell me what it is I'm doing wrong. Any pointers you may have, they are welcome. absolutely welcome. So please do. My arms are falling asleep. Cutting off circulation. So, like so. Okay, after maybe a few freakouts, we finally got it in there. Okay, now that we've done that, we'll put our cover on. Hopefully. Is that perfect? Absolutely not, but it's gonna work. Hopefully. Actually, let me not get ahead. All right, so we do have 123 volt. Let's give her a little test. And it works. Boom. Reset. And we're good. Well, that's not gonna work. Drill's way too big with this. Guess that's where the compact drills come in handy. We need to make the hole to run the power cable through the side of this cabinet to get it to plug in. So, this isn't gonna be fun. I gotta get back there. Okay, new plan, another new plan. We're gonna go get a bit to drill through this so we know where to drill from the other side so I can actually put some weight behind it and actually get it to go through the wood. While I'm here, I can actually see there's some previous water damage on the side of this cabinet. I know the previous dishwasher was leaking. That's what made us want to get rid of it in the first place. Really sucks I had to use this bit. Even though I have tons of tools, I have a very limited hole saw collection, and a hole saw would have been much more preferable for this situation. But oh well, now I gotta clean up this wood chip mess. And we just put that hole in there so that we can do this, of course. Now I know it's a mess under here, so please excuse that mess, but we need to disconnect the old drain hose for the previous dishwasher. I'm gonna take this hose clamp off. And then I'm gonna pull like that. Now that has quite the gunk in there. Might need to, oh, that smells horrible. And take this screwdriver and kind of dig all that nastiness out of there. Now, since this was already where a dishwasher used to be, there's this old hose, but it goes around a corner. It's gonna be a lot harder to try to feed the new hose free-handed. So we're actually gonna tape it to the old hose and pull the old hose out, and hopefully pulling this hose in its place. That's the idea, at least. We're already running into issues, of course. Looks like we made it. Okay, I am now gonna hook up the water line. Hopefully we have enough room so I can show y'all what's going on. Hi. What a lovely position I'm in. Now we need to take our power cord and plug it in right here. And there should be an audible click when we do this. Okay, yeah. Feels like it's in there, feels good. We put this in here. This is going to be very difficult, but we can't have this all jumbled up in here. We need to have this coming this way and this going that way neatly. Let's try to work this hose on here now. Try to support the pipes. You don't want to be moving those around so much. And what really sucks is, even in the instructions, you're supposed to have your hose come up and then come back down for the drain, but we don't have enough hose. I might need to get a longer hose just to do that, because that can affect the draining capabilities. Go ahead and turn the water back on. You want to see if it is sitting level. Now we're going to take these two brackets, slide them in right there, but we kind of need to shape them a little bit differently here. Get a little more curvature for our needs. And when you get it through this slot, you're going to bend these tabs here. You're going to take some pliers and bend this to lock it in. Bend our tabs like so. That way it can't come out. Try to get it into the position I really want it to be in. Make sure it clears everything in the kitchen. It barely clears that handle, but it does clear it. All right, now you're gonna run 2 screws right here. So I'm gonna take these 2 screws here and screw them directly into that plate. Okay, so we got it in there. I wanna see if I can do a little cleaning cycle here. Let's just start it. We gotta see if it's gonna leak or not. Okay, so we ended up getting an extra hose, and we kinda got a coupler and clamped it to the end of the other pipe, or the other hose obviously, so you get that extra lift before we get to the drain. If you have enough hose or your dishwasher is closer to the sink, you do not have to do this. So you can skip this part if your hose is long enough. And this is the first load complete. Oh, it's hot, it's steamy in here. Did okay. So I'm gonna call that install complete. I have a bloopers reel, or a short I mean, of all the times I was cussing and having a bad time during the install. Wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but it's fine. You can do it, it's really not that hard, and I believe in you. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.